Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I think I'm going to show you guys how I design things, and I'm going to animate my exit screen. So I have an intro screen of, hey, it's Casey, and it looks like this. So now I'm going to make a matching exit screen that says, thanks for watching. And so the way that that's made is I use Adobe products, so I make things in Illustrator and then animate them in After Effects, and then these will eventually go into my videos in Premiere. So there's a background layer, which you can't really tell. There's a front layer and the watching layer. And so I name all mine just so I know what I'm looking at whenever I import them. And I pulled the colors from my screen, my intro screen file. And so this is a two color. I've got this gray color and I've got this orange color. This is my actual signature, but don't worry, you can't steal it. And then here is the type that goes with that. So thanks for watching is the same font as this color, or as this font. And this color here behind it is just 10% gray. So we'll worry about that later. I'm not sure that I'm even going to add it because it's such a small detail to it. If you notice these keys pop up in the side of my screen, that's just showing you how to follow a shortcut if you're watching this video to learn something. So let's get into it. So After Effects, I've got to open my file here. I am on Creative Cloud, so I probably need to update my programs. My service just renewed in August, so loading. So one of my favorite things to do is watch people design, and it's a great learning experience, and definitely for people who are graphic design nerds like me. So yeah. Some pop-up about clearing my cache, as usual. So if you've never been in After Effects, then this title screen comes in and is like, do you want a new project or an old project? Mine automatically defaults to opening a new project in the background, so I just use that, new comp. For right now, I'm going to cancel that because I'm going to use the comp sizes from this design. So here's what the design looks like. I'm just hitting spacebar and that opens to give me a preview of what that looks like. Instead of footage, I want to open in comps. So then you just hit comps and until it's open, and now it's given me this comp file, and then it's given me a folder with all three of the designs in them, the vector work. So I have my background because I have found my After Effects doesn't export. Like if I could draw like a square behind it or whatever, but if I just want a white background, I just make the layer in my Illustrator file and then lock it, because I'm not going to be designing this background file. And then I've got this file and this file. So I've got thanks for watching, and I've got thanks for, and then I've got watching on one file. I know that this is going to be 30 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and shorten it to like 10. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pull those two in there. So I held shift to select both of those, and then it pulls them in, right? So now I've got this file, and so this is how you can adjust time quickly, or you can right click on them and then it's like under time or something. I am very much a shortcut person, and so that's what I will be using as shortcuts. If we go back to the intro, I kind of want them to look the same, and really I should have like a branding board kind of style guide that talks about my different fonts and my colors, but partially because I'm too lazy and I know I'm the only one that's ever going to be touching these files. So how this like comes in is it has an opacity on it, and then it's also got a keyframe to drop it in. So I'm going to use that same thing here. I'm going to use the thanks for is going to drop in from the top, and the watching is going to come in from the bottom, and they're both going to fade on. So it'll be a pretty simple animation, but I think it's pretty effective too. So we're going to start with thanks for. So I know that I want it to end in this position. And so for both of these, I'm going to shift select both of them, drop this arrow down, go under transform, and I'm going to hit the position keyframe. This is where I want them both to end. So if you notice here, if I move this little line, it went ahead and did that for the watching one too, that layer, because I have them both selected. So if I have both of them selected, it will, for the most part on keyframing, it'll do it to both of them. So now I'm just going to work on the thanks for. So I'm going to click off and then I'm going to click on the thanks for again. I already have the keyframe set. So J will bring you forward to the next keyframe of the layer that you're on, and K will bring you to the last keyframe. Make sense? So when it starts, I know also for both of these, the opacity at that point is going to be 100. All right. So then when I come to the front, I'm going to work on the positioning first, and then I'm going to drop the opacity so that I don't have to try and work between the two. So positioning wise, I'm literally going to hit my position keyframe. I'm going to shift, drag it up so that it stays in a straight line. I'm just really guessing. I can pull my roller up so you can kind of see. So the bottom of it, you could also adjust it here if you wanted to. That's not how I do things. Like I said, I do mine with shortcuts. So if we watch this, it drops down really, really slow. So we're going to go ahead and move these last keyframes here. I'm going to select them for both because I want both of them to animate at the same time. And I don't want this to take forever. I want this to be a quick animation. That way it has some time to stay on screen. So still pretty slow here. I'm going to shorten my time because I know that it's not going to take 10 seconds. Because nobody wants that long. There we go. That's faster. Look at that animation. Alright, so now at the same time, we're going to edit this piece and we're going to move it down. You could also, if I wanted to, so I just Command Z is back up, which is, I'm pretty sure now for 2019 Adobe products, Command Z is all across the board undo. And I say that because with Photoshop in 2018, you used to have to press like Control Command Z or Option Command Z or something like that to go back more than 2 steps. Well, now they've changed that, and so every designer ever has to relearn that function, and it's very annoying. So Adobe, if you're listening to this, please make all of your shortcuts universal across all your programs. Thank you. Anyway, so we're back to this animation. We're on this watching layer. I'm going to shift and I'm going to just click down 2, 3, 4 times. All right, so now let's watch this. So now they come together at the same time. And now we're going to add in our opacity. So I don't want them to see all of this. So what I'm going to do is maybe go just a few frames past where they, before they meet. So in between there. And then I'm going to drop both of these opacities. So I'm going to click on the other one. I'm going to drop both of the opacities to 0. Okay. So I just hit K to go back to that because it didn't look like it dropped all the way. There we go. So J to go forward, K to go back to the next keyframe. I'm going to play it from the beginning. So, and I'm going to make this 5. So it doesn't need to be super long. It just needs to be enough for people to be able to read it. So I might even do 10 frames there. Thanks for watching. Boom, done. So super simple, effective. Both of them slide in together, fade in. I might actually extend this just a little bit. So I'm going to select all of these keyframes here. Move them out just a little bit. Let's look at that again. There we go. Yay, pretty. Okay, now we're going to save our After Effects file. We're going to call this exit video. Wow, video. Okay, and so I like to save the After Effects file. Now we're going to export this file as a GIF. because it doesn't need to be super fancy. And I'm really going to use the After Effects file in Premiere. That way, if I do need to edit across platform, then I can, and it'll save it all the way around. So we're going to exit with Media Encoder. If you don't have the most up-to-date version of Media Encoder, you won't be able to save as a GIF. So what I've been doing is I updated my Media Encoder because I have Creative Cloud, and now they have a default export for animated GIF, which is super helpful and handy. I started getting into After Effects about a year ago. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun for me. As a graphic designer, my brain works 2D very easily. I have done some package design and stuff, and I really enjoy that also, because I feel like that's a more creative outlet. But it is like package design is a whole nother ball game, dude. So a lot of the stuff that I've been doing for work is like banners and ads and that kind of thing. It's a lot of 2D, and not a lot of people on my team have animation skills, because they were all print-based, and animation has really taken off in the past 5 years. So when I was in college, I took some animation classes and learned a lot and had a lot of fun, and that's when I got introduced to After Effects. So as you can see here in Media Encoder, my default is animated GIF because that's what I've been doing a lot. You can change this. Your probably default is H.264, and that's how you would animate, like if I wanted to save an MP4 file, that's how I would do it. But I'm not worried about that. You can click on this and change some of these settings in here for the animated GIF. I'm also not going to worry about that because that's not what I do. So as you can see, it's connecting to the dynamic link library, and that's kind of what I was talking about, is that if I have this file in Illustrator and I want to change the colors, I could change the colors, save it, and then it would auto update in all my other programs. So it would, if I had this into Premiere, then I wanted to change the color of it, I'd open the Illustrator file, save it, it would save in the After Effects file, which would save into the Premiere file. So super cool. So this just took the default name of the first layer. We're going to take that off and press save, say okay. Okay. And this will show me the path where it's actually going to save this file. So I just wanted to save into my YouTube folder and then exit video, animation, and then inside there as a GIF. And then we press play, and now it's exporting. It'll give you a little preview. The preview is not super helpful, but it will give you a preview. And you can look at all those settings. Oh, now it's done. Okay, so if you ever need to reset it, you just right click, reset status, and then you can even change this now to an MP4 and then export again. But we don't need to do that today, so we're not going to. So my intro now looks like this. Hey, it's Casey. And then it looks like this for the exit. Thanks for watching. My intro animation file, After Effects file. With After Effects, you can only have one file open. So I've got some sound with this, which is super loud, which is going to be turned down. Oh, hold on. Ta-da! Yay! So then I'm just going to quit that. And this is the file that'll actually go into my Premiere whenever I have it open every time. And the exit file. So yeah, so thanks for listening and following along on this first animation. Bye guys!